What makes the perfect gift? 1, it's something you didn't know you needed, and now you can't live without it. 2, it fits your style, whether that's in looks or just your lifestyle. And 3, it feels special, whether it's a splurge or it's sentimental. So here's a list of things that I think do just that. And nothing here is an ad, nothing here is sponsored. I do have affiliate links for everything down below, but this is 100% my own curated thoughts on what I would put on my own wish list. Let's talk about marble. It instantly adds luxury to any look. And what makes anything in stone or marble such a great gift is because usually it's going to be smaller. So it's really hard to buy people clothes, items for their home, but that might be the things you love or that the other person loves too, but it's very difficult to find. A small marble tray, a small marble dish, just a little something, a little trinket box. That stone just feels so luxurious. And because it's small, it's really easy to make work for whatever the person or you need it to do. The one caveat here is do not do fake marble. And listen, fully understand that this is a personal preference. Some people might like plastic marble. And I'm not even talking about imitation marble that is still trying to look like marble. It might be resin. I'm talking about marble laptop covers or marble notebooks, things that aren't actually marble but are trying to look marble. We don't like that. We want things that are either doing a really good job of being fake marble because they look like stone or just not trying to be marble. There are so many beautiful colors of marble. You can find some really great things on Etsy. Another great one is alabaster. That's another beautiful stone that's it's not marble, but it's similar in that it feels very luxurious and adds just a touch of beauty to a space or to a moment. When it comes to jewelry, unless someone or you are asking for a piece specifically, but you want to gift jewelry, go for very, very simple. Simple is something that can always be layered and added to an outfit, and it's still very sentimental, and it just works with the lifestyle. It feels very nice. I talked recently in a video about how simple jewelry looks like fine jewelry. This is a necklace I like to always use as an example. This could look like it's real gold because it hasn't tarnished, but really it's from Forever 21 from years ago. But it's simple, so nobody knows. Try to pick a jewelry you know the person or that you already like to wear, whether it's earrings. You don't want to get a bracelet for someone who never wears bracelets, or rings if they never wear any rings. The same goes for fine jewelry too. If you're going to invest in something to give to someone, you want it to be a little bit more simple on the basic lines that they feel like they can wear all the time, unless they've asked for something very specifically. Now, normally I would say a cutting board is a pretty boring gift choice, unless it was just a super practical person who needed some new cutting boards. This, however, is not a cutting board that I use as a cutting board. This is a cutting board I use as a serving platter. I'm going to link this one because I'm personally biased and really like this one. It also comes in a really pretty packaging that if I were smart, I would have taken a picture of, filmed, but I didn't know I was going to love it as much as I do. So specifically, you want a thick, really thick butcher block style cutting board with some type of pattern on it. This creates some interest, a little bit more different than just wood. I held a dinner party the other day and I didn't have time to make it look pretty, and I just threw the meat, dumped the cheese, threw some crackers on, and it instantly looked cute, even though I put zero effort into it. But I wouldn't use this to cut. I would use this as display only. That way you don't get any cut marks on it. If you do gift this, I would recommend also gifting some cutting board oil. This is the type of cutting board you want it to look nice and fresh. And cutting board oil makes it really easy to just wipe on and keep it looking fresh. Something I got obsessed with, I think it was about a year ago, was buying expensive soaps. Now, I don't always buy expensive soaps and lotions, but I do like to buy the bottles and then replace it with more affordable soap and lotions, sometimes if that's easy to do. But there's a lot of beautiful soap containers out there, and not ones with like stick-on labels. These are actual brands with beautiful lettering, glass bottles. They just they add a feeling of luxe. And the bonus is you do get to use the nice soap when you're using it the first time. So even if you replace it with affordable soap, it's still gonna feel nice because you have a pretty soap bottle. But until then, you're gonna use the really nice soap, and it usually smells really good and makes your hands feel really soft. And you could also treat yourself to that expensive soap every once in a while and buy that refill. It's also through that I learned what my favorite and not favorite expensive soaps are. There's one very popular soap that I was very disappointed to see is a plastic bottle and not a glass bottle. Glass just feels a little nicer. It lasts longer as I refill it. But at the end of the day, it's soap. It's fun to try. It's a nice little moment throughout your day. And it's a nice thing to give because it feels like a splurge, and it might not be someone buys for themselves until they're like me and they're hooked, and now it's the only thing they'll ever buy. If you wanted to do a gift bag or a gift basket, my favorite idea is the weekend shower. The weekend shower is when you do the hair treatments. It's when you do the exfoliation on your body. It's when you do the deep conditioning lotion at the end. All of the things, the aromatics, the little touches that make your shower, one, a lot longer than you can do on a weekday, and two, it's just nice to use the nice things and the long processes, and it's the weekend. It's supposed to be a little bit fun. So this could be in the form of expensive hair treatments like Olaplex or Redken. It could be getting body washes, like I love the Necessary eucalyptus body wash. It smells so good, and it makes the shower smell really good while you're using it. You can add body brushes or scrubbers or things to exfoliate, and then nice lotions and serums to use after. And honestly, it's the level of indulgence I strive for. Sensory indulgence. Perfect gift. Sight, sound, taste, feel, smells. Enter smells. And there are a lot of different types of fragrance diffusers or oils. This is the Pura. This one's my favorite. I have also I think it's the Hotel Collection, which I also really like. But what I do really like about Pura is that you can find some of the really popular scents also in Pura form. Fragrance diffusers like these also do a lot of gift sets. So you could buy the diffuser and some other smells, and it makes a nice wrappable gift. And they're, in my opinion, pretty affordable. There are also some I've seen that look really stylish and look really pretty in a room. So it just really depends on who you're buying it for. But I really like this because it is so flexible. You can also change the color. It can be a fun nightlight. It can be a nice way to have some fragrance. And it just feels a little bougie. And we all love feeling a little bougie. This one's a little expensive. It's a little bit extra, but I think it's a really great gift idea if you can pull it off. And it's kind of a two-parter. The first part is a vase. I don't know why I just laughed, but it just seems very basic. But I cannot tell you how special having a nice, interesting vase as part of your collection. A simple glass vase has its purpose, but having a few just beautifully styled vases that you can add to a console table or to your dining table or to the counter, those make it feel really special. So it's nice to have a small collection of those, and so it's a great gift to give someone. If you want to take it a step further, a local flower delivery service. I told you it was extra. But you can sign up for subscriptions to have flowers delivered to your door either every week, every other week, every month. Maybe you want to send this to your partners. Just saying. And it's a nice way to always have fresh, beautiful flowers around, and they can use the vase that you got them. Or if you don't want to do a vase, it's a great way to also support somewhere local. But I really love this idea. You can buy like a 3-month subscription. It all just sort of depends on what's around for you. When it comes to gifts, I usually don't like getting people clothes unless they've specifically asked for it. So this is a great one to put on your list, or I honestly think this is like the one exception when it comes to buying clothes because it's cashmere. And a basic cashmere sweater or a basic cashmere scarf is a little bit foolproof and everyone will wear it. Cashmere can also be expensive, which is why I love Kent's cashmere. And I'm only going to say it the one time because I feel like that in and of itself was a tongue twister. They have a few basic styles, just a simple crew neck. They have some V-necks. I have this one, which is a collared, and then this one, which I think is technically called a fisherman. I don't know if they still have these. I'm going on 2, maybe 3 years of these, and I wash these in the washing machine. I had to try it because I hate hand washing things. And honestly, they've held up really, really well, and they're so warm and cozy and extremely, I don't know if I can say that enough, extremely affordable when it comes to cashmere. And I may wash these in the washing machine, but I do not put them in the dryer. I do lay them flat to dry. Like, I'm not a psychopath. Can we just talk about one brand that I think is pretty much foolproof when it comes to giving gifts? The only caveat is that it takes a long time to get there, and that is Cézanne. It's expensive. I'm not going to lie, it is expensive, but they have a gift section that is very appropriately priced for gifts. Yes, $20 for a pair of socks is expensive, but in the world of gift giving, $20 is reasonable, and you'd be buying a beautiful, high quality pair of socks that's going to make someone feel very special, and it could become their new favorite pair of socks. Buying something they didn't know they needed and now they can't live without. Also, their clothes, very expensive. If that's your thing, love that for you. Their t-shirts are relatively affordable. Again, I know it's a t-shirt, but $40 in the realm of gift giving feels more reasonable, and you're gifting this luxurious t-shirt. Again, I know it's a t-shirt, but make sure all the Cézanne packaging is still on it, so it feels really special and feels very luxurious. Last year, my husband gave me this black belt. I really wanted and needed a nice investment black belt that wasn't like a designer belt. I wanted a good basic belt. It's a little expensive, but it's lasting a really long time and it looks beautiful with everything. So it was a really great use of money, which makes it a really great gift, because do I always want to spend that much money on a belt? Maybe, but it's nice to get it as a gift too. And that can work for any brand. If there's a different brand that comes to mind for someone you know, they do these gift sections for a reason. Now, a lot of the stuff in these gift sections are not helpful, but if it's something you think the person will actually use, that they'll actually like, then it's actually really helpful. Another gift idea is anything silk. Silk pillowcases, silk scrunchies, silk pajamas. Those are expensive. I looked into those. Silk tops. There's so many silk things out there that feel luxurious, feel special, and they come at all price points, so you can make it work to fit your budget or whatever you want. Again, we're talking about your wish list too here, right? Only thing is, if you're going to do a pillowcase, make sure you get the right size. Try to notice the color of their sheets. Try to notice if they have a king bed or a queen bed, what size of pillow to get. Otherwise, you're good as gold. Now, I don't ask you to do this very often, but please, please, please share this video with a friend if you're trying to drop a hint, or if you want ideas for them for their list. And then leave me a comment. What were your favorite things? What are your favorite gifts to receive? Maybe you'll pick up some ideas for you too in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in this one over here next.